All right. Welcome back to the Boys Chat. Colby and Tanner again with you guys.
Yo.
Want to excuse those other two yahoos down there in New Mexico getting their sails on, getting their experience they want to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't heard from them, and I guess I heard from Darren the other day, but
I've talked with Darren a lot in the last couple of days for various things.
yeah, I couldn't tell you last time.
we got some stuff brewing.
That's can be a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
That'll be good. All right. Anyways, getting into our topic today, we're going to go over the bro code. Got a list of unwritten rules among guy friends here of the do's and don'ts of everything. And I feel like most of these that I come up with and found apply to everybody in a sense. I mean,
Okay.
We'll just kind of see where this takes us.
Let's do it.
And when I was doing this, I got thinking about it. I'm like, how much do like women like have like these types of like a girl code? Like with guys, I feel like it's pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory of what's going on. Like with girls, I don't feel like it.
Who knows with girls?
The female mind is it's beyond my thought process, and
everything's connected to everything else, and it's just
it
all over the place.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out for the best, anyways. But let's jump into a couple of these. So the first one that's on here, and I figured this was going to be the first one, should be the first one. Bros before hoes. I feel like when like you're first dating and stuff, that's a pretty big like, okay, yeah, don't be going after the female when you don't need to. But like, if you would ask me that like even a year ago, I'm like all the way, like totally bros before hoes. Like I'm going to take care of you guys before anything else. But I feel like that can change and that should change. Like, especially being married now, I'm like, that's backwards.
Nothing comes before the wife.
Yeah, she's my number one now. Like, she's my whole purpose now of taking care of. Like, and I feel like some guys probably still don't feel that way, which good for them, I guess. I don't.
That's how they want to live their life.
And those are the guys that are getting divorced. But I guess
I agree too. It's like don't go chasing them. It's like focus on you, focus on building yourself, and the right woman will come around.
Right.
You'll attract the right woman.
Right.
Don't be dissing the bros to go out with. Don't go simping.
Yeah, don't go for your midnight booty call there, dude.
Yeah. But granted, once you get married, once you get into like a serious, devoted relationship, it completely changes for sure. And
you definitely need to have that time and put her over them.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, everybody will see that different. Everybody has their own timetable with that, I guess. I don't.
Yep.
I feel like it changed, like I said, pretty quickly for me once I got married. Like as closer as I got to getting married, I was like, oh, yep, she's number one.
Yeah.
But on to this next one here. And this is kind of a similar dating one. Never date a bro's ex-girlfriend. We've never really had that problem. Like, kind of, I guess.
There was a little.
There's overlap.
A little tish a couple years ago.
Yeah, but I didn't really count that one. I thought of that one when I saw that, but I didn't really count it just because I was like, yeah, he's our friend, but not really. Like,
I think it depends on how close the bro is.
Yeah.
And then how the relationship ended and how long ago.
Most of these are more complex than what most people give at face value for like the bro code. Like most people are like, oh yeah, that's absolute. Like, no, like we just talked about, like the bros before hoes. Like, yeah, there's a certain extent, like it needs to change and it needs to develop and be different.
Right. I think it's like with that one, it's like you don't go after another guy, like a bro's ex. It's like, how did their relationship go? How long were they going out for? How long ago did they break up? Was it bad that they broke up? XYZ. How close are you with the bro, right? Because it's like, well, yeah, my one friend that I've known for years and years, and we're kind of close, but not really. Like we say hi and we chit chat, whatever. And oh, he's dating my ex that I broke up with 2 years ago. How dare he?
Yeah.
It's like, enough time has passed. I think with that one, there's an expiration.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it depends on how severe it was. But for the most part, if it's just like, oh yeah, we dated in high school for 3 months and now my my bro's going out with her too. It's like high school for 3 months.
Yeah.
Like
that doesn't really count.
The year prior, it's like you're changing so much in high school.
Well, and I think that's a big difference between guys and girls, because I feel like girls are like totally off limits from doing that for the most part. Like, oh, I'm dating this guy that was my friend's boyfriend for a month and they broke up. Like, I can't do that. Like, why should I? I feel like that's
right. And it's like if you broke up and you're still friends, it's like we just didn't work well as a couple, but we're still friends. That's a little dicey in and of itself. But it's like, at the same time, it's like if you're a mature adults and you realize that you don't work as a couple,
right?
And you weren't nothing more serious than we were just dating, then it's like, well, hey, I think she's attractive. It's been a year or more or whatever. It's been X amount of time. Like, and I think if the bro asks the bro prior and says, hey, I was thinking about doing this. How do you feel? Is this okay with you? Then it's okay.
Yeah.
So, and I think regardless of how much time, whatever, if the bro asks the bro and they give their okay, then all bets are off. Right. It's like, well, you gave me your blessing, dude. Like,
yeah, like why? Yeah. And that kind of goes with this other one is, you might have to edit this one a little bit, but no cock blocking is one of the ones that come up with. So that one kind of goes hand in hand with that second one of like, yeah, don't be trying to sabotage him and what he's trying to do. Like,
right. Unless it's for his own good.
Unless it's for its own good.
Right.
That's very true.
Because Darren tried to do that for me once. He was just a little late to the game. He tried to get in and break it up from the inside, but I broke it off right when he got in. So then he was stuck for a little bit.
Right.
R.I.P. Sorry, my guy.
That's what happens. And that kind of goes with this other one right here is wingman duty. Like always, kind of as a description here, bro should always support his friend in his pursuit of romantic interests and act as a wingman when needed. Like, I feel like for guys, like their relationships with like other guys and their friends and stuff, like at least I kind of feel this way, is like you're there to support each other. Like, yeah, like with Darren, like I don't talk to him like every single day, but like I know he's still there for me and I'm still there for him. Like, there's that bond that you really can't break unless like something drastic happens that will overturn that.
Yeah, and I was on we meet him at a phone call the other day, and we're sitting there like, oh, Ari, it's been so long, because all we're gonna Snapchat and send like memes to each other. I haven't really like talk. And he was like, yeah, I was talking with Kara the other day, and talking about like me and Tanner could go like 5 years without saying a word to each other. And then just like start chatting again, like see each other, and just like the vibe is boom right there. The energy's right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, dude, stop crying.
You're gonna make me cry, man.
So,
but there was one story with the wingman when I saw that come to mind, and I don't know if you're thinking the same one I'm thinking of.
I think maybe we are. So that bowling bet?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's good things that come from our bowling bets. Like,
for sure.
Those were good days of.
Teague still owes us too.
Yeah.
Teague still owes us.
He still owes us. What's that man doing anyways? I see him. I see what he posts every once in a while.
Or something like that. He's been going to school.
Yeah, I couldn't go to UVU, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's another topic.
that's a little sore subject there.
Yeah.
All right, these two I feel like go pretty close together. A lot of these have a kind of similar vibe and kind of similar meaning behind it all. This one is honesty is key, and the other one is keep secrets. Like honesty, like being open and honest, like and truthful with each other. Like, if you're being stupid, I'm going to tell you being stupid, but 9 times out of 10, I'm being stupid with you, so I'm not going to say nothing.
Exactly.
But, I mean, and with keeping secrets, like, there's certain things that you're not going to tell, like, you're told in confidence, like, but...
I'm not going to go around blabbing exactly
the details of what happened with everything and the ins and outs, but, like, with my other buddy Jake, he was kind of in a relationship before, and I was like, dude, I kind of said some things, and I shouldn't have said it, but I was being honest about it, but like later he saw I was kind of
but it was for his own good.
It was for his own good. Like I was trying to help out. I was trying to do my best, but I probably went about it wrong.
Yeah,
but most of the time I do that anyways. I'm a little too truthful and don't know how to be very nice about it, but I just come out and just say it to most people. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And again, here's another one that kind of goes with that. Help a bro in need. Like always having each other's back. Like I'll do just about anything for any of you guys. Like for the most part. I mean,
within reason.
Within reason. Like
obviously,
like if you kill somebody, like I'll call 811 for you and help you dig. But I might not be there.
I'll hide the body.
I'll help you clean up.
Yeah.
Like here's an interesting one that like I never had an issue with, and I don't think most of us had an issue with. I mean, there's probably jokes thrown around every once in a while about this, but no hitting on a bro's sister. Like I feel like that's always one that causes a lot of fights between like friends. I mean, granted, like examples I'm thinking of are like movies and stuff like that, where it's like an issue and like it's a bigger issue than probably real life is. But I've never run into that. I mean, my sisters are just so much older than me, so I've not.
Right. I think that plays into it too. It's like, I feel like when it happens, for the most part, it's either like the sister is like 4 years older, like, oh, we're freshmen, she's a senior.
Right.
Or they're like a year or two younger, where it's like, oh, big brother mode, get activated, right? But for us, none of us have really that. I guess like me and Darren have sisters that are like 2 years older than us.
Right.
But it's like they were best friends.
Yeah.
So it would be weird. And it's like, oh, like you're my sister's best friend and you're my best friend's sister. It's like there's too many. It's like you're pretty much like my sister.
Right.
We were close enough to where it wasn't that issue. And then like I think I've met your siblings once or twice because they're so much older than you. And then like Matt, it's like his sister's 10 plus years younger than him. That's really weird.
That's very weird.
So I don't think we were just ever really given the opportunity,
right,
per se. I don't really think even going out further than just the few of us, I don't think really anyone close by really had sisters that were
like I'm
super close in age.
I'm kind of just thinking about like the lacrosse team, and that's probably about where you're going to. There's really nobody that had like a sister like right there their age. And
now granted, when I was a freshman on the team, nobody knew that me and Sid, because the guys and girls teams practiced together because we had the same head coach.
Right.
So we practiced on the same field. Nobody knew for the first little bit that me and Sid were brother and sister. Yeah. Right. We'd show up at the same time, all that stuff, but no one really put it together. And then one day they found out. Oh, let me tell you. Oh, that number 8 over there is looking super good. Oh my God, do you think she'll go out with me? Oh my gosh, she's so hot. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna kill every single one of you guys.
Right.
And I'm a freshman.
Right.
It was my second year playing lacrosse. I couldn't do anything because I'm so small.
Right.
And when there was this one guy though, every time, your sister's so hot. Do you think she'll go out with me? Like, oh my gosh, Bo. Every time I just, dude, she's so hot. Oh my gosh, she's so hot. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah. Like, shut up.
Like, that's my sister.
Granted, like, you got friends like that that'll tease you about it. Like, oh, yeah, she's so hot.
And then, one of them ended up dating her, too, like, the next year.
Yeah, but
it didn't end well. But
different circumstances and stuff, like, stuff plays into all of what happens and what goes on. So,
but if the bro passes off on it, if the bro gives the okay,
you go for it.
Because that was kind of the thing way back in older times. It was like, oh, you're my good friend, here's my daughter, here's my sister, and I'm giving her off to a good man, right? So it's like those times have somewhat passed for the most part. And
again, it was like, him super well, him better probably than his parents do or anybody else does, because you guys talk and what's happened, because that's who you go to and that's who you turn, at least in my mind, for the most part. But and I think that's why that's kind of a bro code thing is, okay, I know what you do. Like, stay away from my sister. Like,
exactly.
I'm gonna kill you. Unless I say, yeah, go ahead. Like, that's fine. Like, I know it'll be fine. It'll work out or whatever. But nice. This next one is kind of, again, I used to think this was a definite, oh yeah, this totally, I'll do this, is cover for a bro. If a bro needs an alibi or cover story, another bro should step in and to help him out.
Yes, sir. I've seen all those TikToks. Hey, is so-and-so with you? Oh, yeah.
And he's sitting right next to her.
I saw one where it's like, oh, see if the bro's on my back, right? And he was like, hey, is, so-and-so with you? Oh, yeah, well, can I talk to him? He's like, yeah. Give me a second. Well, it sounds like he's passing the phone around, and then he tries to imitate him. And the guy's just like, that's my guy. You know, just like, he's got my back. He's got my back.
I mean, I think there's a certain extent to like doing that, and like actually doing it, and then there's like,
Right.
I need to help somebody else out over him, but
and it's like, who's asking? It's like, well, yeah, why? What's going on? What's the reason? You know, it's like there are certain circumstances,
right.
And I think that's the same with every single one of these. It's like there are certain circumstances where it's like you kind of have to,
right,
you know, go against it because it's for the bro's own good, you know?
Right. You got to help a bro out on this one, but this one definitely won't ever apply to us. But I still think it's a little funny to bring up, and I guess it could be applicable if we change the wording. But never abandon a drunk bro. If a bro is vulnerable or intoxicated state, other bros should take care of him and ensure his safety. I mean, I feel like for us, like, I think we need to change that to stupidity. Like
the general idea is take care of a bro when he can't take care of himself.
Yeah. Right. Again, that goes back to protecting him, like stepping in when he needs
having his back.
Yeah. Always having his back and never letting him do something stupid. Seeing a couple of these, like being a reliable designated driver, like
same thing, just having his back.
Just having his back. Like, or here's another one. Never revealing embarrassing stories. To a certain extent, like
if the bro is on a date trying to impress a girl, obviously you lay back on that. You don't turn into a jokester, right. You lift him up. You don't make him totally dumb.
Right, but you still got to say something, just because,
of course,
because you got to have his
you
back.
Gotta let him know. You gotta let him know.
You got to make him feel real to her.
Yeah, you gotta let him know that if he ever crosses you, he's got
done.
Too much dirt on you.
Yeah, you got dirt on each other. Can't help him out.
Yeah, so I can never cross Darren.
So this one, I think is just kind of funny, just because everybody says it all the time. But bros don't let bros skip leg day. I mean, for the most part, I feel like
we all got thick legs. You probably got the smallest legs, but
probably. I mean, just because I'm literally the smallest. So.
Yeah.
I am taller than Darren, though. I do have that over him.
It's not hard, but
it's not very hard to be taller than Darren, but I'm not very tall either. So, and here's kind of one we already talked about was don't outshine your bro. This it says avoid trying to overshadow your bro's accomplishments or steal the limelight from them. I mean, I feel like a lot of time people try and one up each other. Oh yeah, I did this one time. This is what was going on, and then.
Oh, but it's not as cool as the one time I did this.
Yeah, I did this, and this is what happened, and I almost died in this, and you were fine, and
right. But when it's bro's time to shine, you let the bro shine.
Yeah, like again, having his back, letting him have his moment, like he's gonna do the same thing for you. Like if you do the same thing for each other, like you're gonna take care of each other, and I feel like that's why. And maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but guys have a better relationship with other guys than girls do with other girls, because like. I feel like for the most part, guys are pretty honest with each other and like know how each other feel about each other without actually having to say it. Whereas girls will say one thing and mean something completely different. But I don't know. I could read that completely wrong. I'm no expert on that. But seeing this one, like again with some of these, they kind of like repeated. Like no double dipping. This one's pretty much bros should not pursue romantic relationship with two friends who are sisters at the same time. Like that kind of goes with don't date my sister. Like
right.
A lot of these are very similar, but I don't know. This one, here's one. Respect the bro code with mutual friends. If a bro has established certain rules or expectations with other mutual friends, respect those codes as well. I mean, again, just respecting each other, like having each other's back, watching out for each other.
Don't go into something thinking you know protocol.
Yeah, like just
thinking you know everything.
Right. When in doubt, like talk to each other. Like communicate. Like it's not that hard, people. This one I think we have had issues with, but
okay.
Bros don't cancel plans at the last minute.
Oh.
To a certain extent, like if it's like we've been planning this for weeks and we're going on this camping trip and this is what's going on, and then you cancel, like we're waiting in the driveway for you to show up and then you cancel.
Right.
Like that's a little ridiculous, but like, oh, what are we doing tonight, guys? Oh, let's go bowling tonight. That's a little different, but like in high school, I felt like we did have a couple of those happen. It was like, okay, really? Like you canceled on me? Like,
right. It's like, dude, you've canceled every time.
Like you're off the invite list now, dude.
What's
like,
going on, my guy?
you
Yeah.
get it figured out. Like,
Yeah.
this one, I definitely think I always say I got like would do. Like, bros have each other's backs in fights.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very unspoken, like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, even if you started it, like, I'm going to back you up and then we'll figure it out from
I'll
there.
tell you after, like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, we don't go to bars, but like if we got in a bar fight, like, even if you went and started it, like, I'm totally going to back you up and then go, oh, okay, what happened? Oh, you idiot. That was your fault. Then I'm going to punch you in the face for it. But
yeah.
it
Jump
happens.
in first, ask questions later.
Right. Like, it's
again, it goes back to having your bros back.
right. Like, and I think that's a very common thing with all of this is just having each other's back, being there, supporting each other.
Yeah, it's the first bro-manment.
Yeah.
Always have thy bros back.
Yeah, there you go. Is that from Brolations or where's that written down?
Yeah, Brevelations.
See, a lot of these kind of... Oh, here we go. Keep the bromances alive.
Yes,
Bros should invest time and effort into maintaining their friendship, even as other life commitments arise. So,
yeah.
I feel like that gets hard, but not at the same time when you get older. Like, you get busy with life, you get busy with your family, you get busy with whatever you got going on, and it's hard to make time for, like, your bros and stuff. But, like, I mean... we make it work for the most part. I mean,
right, and like what me and Darren were talking about. Like, we could go forever and not see each other, and as soon as we see each other, it's just like nothing happened.
Right.
You know, it's like we're not necessarily making an effort to see each other on a regular basis, but it's like because we have these other commitments, we have life that goes on. So it's like, but when we do see each other, that bromance is stronger than ever. Right. You know, it's always just like you always got to throw in something and whatnot. It's still there.
Right.
But yeah,
I mean, again, it's just the effort, and if you want to make it work, you'll make it work. Like, even if you're in different towns and stuff, like I see stuff on TikTok or whatever that it's like, yeah, we've been playing this game of tag since we were like 10, and somebody will drive 4 hours to tag somebody else. Like, like, if you want to make it work, you'll make it work.
Yeah, you can definitely make it work.
Yeah, and in this next one, I think is really important is show up for important events. Like, be there for, like, weddings and whatever it is, whatever's important to your friend, like, be there and support them. Like, I think that's a huge part of looking out for each other and whatnot. So, but I don't know. This one I kind of thought was interesting, like, was sharing connections and opportunities, like hooking a bro up. Like, I feel like that's always good because, for the most part, like, getting jobs or, like, finding a place to live or whatever, it's like, not what you know, but who you know, pretty much.
Right.
And I feel
who
like
knows you.
And who knows you. Like, if you have the opportunity to help somebody out, like, help a bro out. Like, do what you need to do. Like,
especially if you know that your bro's going to be good for whatever it is. It's like, oh, you guys looking for this? I know a guy that's going to be super good at this.
Yeah.
So you're hooking up both things.
Well, both people, you know, like, it's you're helping each other out. I mean, do 2 more.
All right.
Bros support each other's passions. I feel like that's pretty important, but, like, for the most part, like, we'll make fun of each other for our passions, like what we care about, like our Lego sets or whatever, like whatever.
Yeah, you leave my Legos out of this.
I just had to bring that one up to tease you a little bit, but I feel like that one's like, okay, like, I respect your Legos, but I'm going to tease you about it.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it is childish. It is.
You're 22 years old, Tanner. Like, come on,
leave
me
alone.
I mean, everybody has that. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day. It was like, when men hit 30, they make one of 3 things. They're
I seen it where the men turn 2.
Yeah,
it's like an astronaut, a dinosaur, Legos. It's like a spaceship. It's all this stuff.
With the 31, it was lawn care, war, or barbecuing.
Nice.
I mean, a lot of people, like, I know that are a little bit older and stuff, like, that's kind of true. Like, they they gravitate to one of those things. Like,
right, and they might sway back and forth between them. They go through their phases of well, right now I'm real into barbecuing,
right.
and then in 5 years I'm gonna be real into this next thing. After that I'm gonna be real into this next thing.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, with this last one, again, just kind of going with the theme.
Better be a good one, man. Better be a good one.
Keep promises. I mean, just stay committed to each other. I mean, you're not married, but you basically are.
Yeah.
You're joined at the hip. Like, you'll take care of each other.
Yep. I think that, depending on the promise, is like almost a sure way to like we're done.
Right.
Like, you break too many, I can't put my trust in you anymore.
Right.
And once that trust is gone, it's hard to build it back up.
Right. And I think that's where like guys break away from each other and aren't considered friends anymore, or don't see each other, talk to each other a lot. Is it's like, okay, something causes that to happen. It's like, I hate you, Tanner. Like, I totally dislike you for no reason.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
You'd completely have to do something that would
lose all respect.
Yeah. In my mind, there's very few things that somebody could do to break my trust and do that. But anyways, so let us know in the comments or anything you want to give us feedback for of your bro codes or any
bro mamments we missed.
Yeah. We'll put that in the book of
Revelations. Or
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm not very creative on my feet, so
Bronesis?
Yeah.
Brexodus. Broxodus.
Well, something like that. Let us know if there's any other topics you guys want us to talk about.
Deuteronomy.
There we go. That's a perfect one.
Didn't even have to change it.
Didn't have to change it. Well, like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. Let us know what you think, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Adios.